Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3. This is Vortex 259. I hope you're doing well today. Well, the last time we met I created some new characters for Hero to journey along with. I'd like to introduce you to Glen, Peet, and Matt, my new traveling companions. Let me show you their statistics here. Glen is a warrior, Peet is a cleric, and Matt is a mage. So naturally Matt's going to have the lowest hit points and the highest magic points, whereas Glen's not going to have any magic points and a lot of hit points. So I've got these new characters recruited. Basically, after I stopped recording my last video, I just went downstairs to Ruita's tavern and talked to Ruita at the counter. She's the woman at the counter in the northwestern part of the first floor of the tavern, and recruited these 4 characters that I created. Well, actually 3 characters that I created, since Hero is already counted as 1 character. But anyway, we've got 4 characters in our party now, so we're good to go. And now I'm back up here into the castle and standing next to the king. Unlike Final Fantasy 1, you'll have to talk to the king to get the experience points to go to the next level. It's unfortunately not available in the status screen, so you'll just have to kind of keep up with how many more experience points are needed if you like to do that once you talk to the king. So I guess that's really all I wanted to say here. So instead of recording my journal, we're just going to continue onward and explore the castle a little bit in this video. So we've already talked to the Chancellor. Let's talk to these 2 guards. Of course, you want to make sure you equip weapons and protective gear. It's not enough to have them in your possession. Well, that should go without saying, but I guess some people don't realize that you have to equip the armor before it to be effective. In battle, the first in line is most likely to be hit, followed by the second in line, and so on. So you wouldn't want to have the mage second in your party. You'd want to have the mage last, and of course your warrior second, and so forth. Those with higher hit points put them higher up in the party line, so to speak. Okay, one more room here in the King's Chamber, and we'll go down through this door, and we've got 3 people we can talk to here. This gentleman here says, rumor has it that Promontory Cave leads to Najimi Tower. Those are 2 new locations we can hear about here. I haven't seen it myself, but everyone says so. It must be true. So we'll have to remember the Promontory Cave leads to Najimi Tower. That must be important. Let's see what this guard has to say. I enlisted as a soldier because I idolized the great hero Ortega. But Ortega failed to return home from battle, but I refuse to believe the hero could have died so easily. I'm convinced he's alive somewhere. Well, if you fall into a volcano, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to live through it, I would suspect, but I guess you can always hold on to that hope, however small it is. And this person says if we go along the shoreline, Promontory Cave will be found, so we'll keep that in mind. We'll have to go west along the shoreline to find Promontory Cave a little bit later in the game. Okay, that's all we can see here on the 2nd floor of the King's Castle of Aliahan. So now we're back onto the 1st floor. Got a few things we can find here. Let's go over onto the west side of the castle here first, and we've got an old man standing next to a pond. And this old man says that the thief Bakota made a key that opens all sorts of simple door locks. If I had such a key, I would be sneaking into this and that. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I bet you would. Okay, well, it's a good thing he doesn't have a key like that, but we'll have to remember Bakota's key can open door locks. And I didn't really want to check underfoot there. I wanted to talk to this guard. Bakota thieved all over town, but now he's stuck in jail. The idiot! Yeah, he got caught sneaking into locked doors, and this is an example of a locked door here. So we'll need a thief's key to unlock doors such as this. Now in Dragon Warrior 3 there are 3 different types of doors you can unlock. Maybe 4, it's been so long since I played this game, but I know there's more than 2 types of keys you can get. The thief's key will be the first one we want to get. That was made by Bakota. Here's another example of a different locked door, and we'll find that key much later in the game. Okay, we've got a maiden here. Have you seen the princess? Princess! Oh dear, dear, where's the princess? Well, she's not too far away. She's just actually a couple of steps ahead of her right here. Here's the princess, and they won't let her out because it's dangerous. Ah, stupid demon lord. I hate being cooped up. I tried to sneak out a while back, but Father caught me. He's much sharper than he looks. So the princess is cooped up here in the castle and she can't go out because of the Demon Lord. So maybe if Hero and his friends defeat the Demon Lord, the princess can go back outside again. And we've got another room here we can explore. A couple of beds up there in the northeastern corner of the room. But other than that, there's a staircase leading down. And if we go downstairs here, we can find there's a couple of jail cells here. So I can only assume that would be some prisoners. And we don't have the key to open the cell door, so he wants us to get lost. This card says that this is the dungeon. You can talk to the prisoners through their cell bars. And here's another prisoner. Blast that coot at Najimi Tower. The fogey locked me Bakota up and made off with my key. If I had my thief key, I could have opened any red door. Dang blast it. So there's the thief Bakota locked up, and his thief's key that he made will open any red door. And we've got another path that will lead down through here, but there's a red door, so this door is locked, so we can't go through that door just yet. But we'll be able to a little later in the game. Alright, well, let's go back up through here and explore the castle a little bit more. Lots to explore here in this first town. Let's go back downstairs here and out the door, and we'll come back around onto the other side of the castle. And we've got a regular door we can go through with a couple of barrels. I wonder if there's anything located in these barrels. Well, look at that. We found our first tiny medal. Now in Dragon Warrior 3, at least the Game Boy Color version, Enix hid tiny medals all throughout the game, and you can exchange those tiny medals with a man that, or to a man that we'll meet very soon, and he will give you prizes in exchange for the tiny medals you find. So you'll definitely find those useful. So we got our first tiny medal, and in the second barrel here, we're going to get an antidote, and the antidote will cure poison. Alright, there's another locked door here and another locked door here, but we can actually find our way onto the other side there, and I'll show you how you can do that without having to unlock that door at the very beginning of the game. So I believe that's everything we can find here in the castle. Let's go around the lady here and go outside, and I'll show you how you can find out what's on the other side of that door. If you sneak around the castle, there's a hidden passageway here, and there's the locked door that we just saw, and there's just a lady standing on the other side, and she says the hero Ortega is said to have left from a gate at the far east of this continent. I wonder what sort of a world awaits beyond the Traveler's Gate. It's so exciting. So apparently there's a Traveler's Gate that will take us off this lonely continent, and we'll find that much later in the game. Alright, so we're back here into the regular town of Aliahan. One more thing I want to do in this video, I'm going to show you the tiny metal man, and he's located way down here on the southeastern corner of town. Have you seen the island to the west of Aliahan? Well, no, not yet. We haven't been outside yet, but he says if you walk west from the castle, you can't miss it. Well, this well looks a little bit suspicious, so Hero looks into the well, and he finds he can go down the well. But it's not an ordinary well. It looks like a path with a bridge and some water, and we can go around it here, and we've got a little house in a well. Now, that must be a pretty big well if you can fit a house and a bridge into it, I would suspect. And we've got a man here that says, welcome to the Medal Manor. The master may not look like much, but he is a great, great man. So let's talk to the master here, and he says, welcome. I collect tiny medals from all over the world. If you bring me medals, I'll reward you with what I can afford. So this is the tiny medal man. In later versions of Dragon Warrior, they're called mini medals, so I'm having a hard time adjusting back and calling them tiny medals again. So we've already found some medals. We're going to give him our 1 medal. So the number of medals I've brought him so far is 1. And I guess he'd like to repeat it again. Total number of medals I've given him is 1, and when the total reaches 5, he'll reward me with the Spiny Whip. Alright, well, let's go over here and talk to a couple more of these people here. This guy says, do you know of monster medals? Tell me more. Well, after defeating a monster, it may leave a medal with its likeness. That medal is a monster medal, and you can check your medals by looking them up under the plan menu. So I'll explain a little bit more about monster medals when we get to the battle portion here in another video or two. This guy can't explain it, but when he met the master, he felt he had to protect him as if he were king. And finally, if you look on this bookshelf, you can find the medal prize list. So these are all the items you can get by turning in many medals throughout the game. So, of course, the more medals you get, the better the prizes become. So we'll definitely want to seek out all those mini medals in the world. Well, that's all the time I'm going to have for this episode of Let's Play Dragon Warrior 3. This is Vortex 259. Thank you for watching this video today, and we'll have more fun again next time.